Hi there, Anthony from Contractors Debt Recovery with yet another instalment of amazing information, I hope you think. Well, I think so anyway, but I am biased. Okay, let's talk today about part payments. All right, now this arises when you're doing multiple jobs and you're invoicing against each of those multiple jobs to the same customer. So, job 1, job 2, job 3 and 4. All right. Now you're invoicing, you're generating a separate invoice to your customer for each job you're doing. Each job has a reconciliation, each job will have a credit, each job has its own nuances. So it's, as you know, a hell of a job keeping on top of accounting for each of these jobs. Now, what makes things worse is what you let your customer do. So let's assume so far what you're owed for each job is, let's say 12 grand there, 27 grand there, 16, 11, for argument's sake, can be anything. Okay, well now you're generating invoices here and your customer, who treats you as a single account, incorrectly as a single account, doesn't care what job, this job, that job, and they go, oh what the hell, here's 50 grand. Let's call it 20 grand. Makes it easier. So now you get a payment for 20,000. Just turns up in your account. Which job is that for? No idea. Which invoice is that payment for? No idea. How should you book it against your job? No idea. And this is a big problem. And I know it's great to get 20 grand. Not arguing with that, but you need to account for it. So you either need to insist that your customer, just right over the top, stick to invoiced amounts. If they make a payment, pay the invoiced amount. Get them on the horn. Invoiced amount only. Okay, I'll take the 20,000, but we need to be, which invoice does it go to? Now, if they say, I don't care, or you can't have that conversation, you allot it and allot it to the oldest invoice first. Across any of those jobs. If this job is 6 months old, oldest invoice is 6 months, and the others are 3 months or 2 months old, clear that off the decks first. Then send your customer a written report going, of your $20,000 received today, that amount was applied to these invoices, that invoice for this job, that invoice for this job, boom, 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 boom. So this is now what's left owing, so that there is a paper record of where that $20,000 went. Because if you have a payment dispute over job 2, your client will say, oh, hang on, I paid you 20 grand for job 2. You're only owed 7 grand there. Then you'll have a dispute over job 3, to which your client will say, hang on, I'm owed 16, I've paid you 20, I've overpaid you by 4, give me 4 back. So they're running the same amount against each job as you have a dispute. So what you need to do is anchor where that $20,000 lives. This is where we've put the 20 grand, so that your client can't be quadruple dipping, if you know what I mean. Okay, so on the website there's an article called The Trouble with Part Payments, and this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so keep on top of it. Either keep your client paying only invoiced amounts and reconciling against invoices. If you just get this odd number turning up, you allot it to invoices and you send a written report to your client going, thanks for the payment of 20 grand. This is how I've applied it to the amounts you currently owe me, and here are all the invoice numbers, and this is what's left owing, okay? And that will give you far more control over this kind of shenanigans that clients tend to impose upon contractors. If you've got any issues, any questions, give us a call. Number should be on your screen. Other than that, I'll see you next time.